What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Gringo Trucker Show. I am your host, the Gringo Trucker. USA, USA. Yes, Matt. Again, welcome back. This is the Gringo Trucker Show, the Trucker Happy Hour, and the Gringo Happy Hour. Welcome back. As always, my name is Goose. My friends call me Goose, and I expect you to do the same. Today, we got a good show. We're going to mix it up a little bit because I have my opinionated topic is going to be first because it's something that kind of needs to be mentioned. And that's going to be the connection between truck drivers' eating habits and their mental health. Look at me digging deep with articles that actually mean a lot to the regular trucker. We're going to talk about that. That's not me, by the way, on the picture there. That guy eating a nasty burger, nasty sandwich. I don't know what that is, but he looked like he's about to get into it. So we're going to talk about that, the connection between truck drivers' eating habits and mental health. We're going to talk about Elmer Busta, the trucking company. It's an 85-year-old trucking company, and there's some bad news for old Elmer out there. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about another subject that I spend a good amount of time talking about. No, it's not diesel prices this week. This is actually Q2 results of a new survey of cargo theft. We got some new hot spots in the nation, and I'm going to talk about those. But for now, why don't you guys enjoy this awesome intro? Go. Look at that. The best intro on YouTube right now. Yes. My studio audience is lively today. Lively. I love that intro. It's all gringo. It's America. It's trucking. It's incredible. Great job to my producer, Luis. Great job for that intro, man. That's incredible. I love listening to it. In fact, I want to hear the whole song one of these days. We're going to have to do that. I am American. USA. All right, guys, let's settle down. Let's talk about something of some importance here. We're going to talk about the connection between the truck driver eating habits and mental health. Mental health is something that is widely overlooked in this era of truck drivers. Maybe not just truck drivers, but maybe people in general. But truck drivers definitely don't get that sort of exposure when it comes to mental health because, not many people think, well, what could be wrong with a truck driver? He sits in his truck and he drives all day and that's really all he does. But there's a lot of deeper issues that go on. In the world of long haul trucking, discussions about drivers' health frequently center around issues like unhealthy eating habits or weight management. However, these challenges might have much deeper roots intertwined with mental health, shedding a light on a less explored aspect of the profession of truck driving. So, according to a 2014 survey conducted by the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, a startling 7 out of 10 long-haul truckers are classified as obese. 7 out of 10, 70%, which is double the obesity rate observed in the broader United States, the United States working population. Trucking, there's a preceding research titled Trucking Organization and Mental Health Disorders of Truck Drivers uncovered something that's even more concerning. Approximately 30% of truckers reported feelings of loneliness and depression. Now, you can imagine they're on the road for sometimes weeks at a time with little to no interaction with anybody. That's going to take a toll on somebody's mental health. It's sad. It's a fact. And it often just goes untalked about. Nobody has really, explored the issue at all. Interestingly, food, like other substances, can sometimes serve as an unhealthy coping mechanism or even develop into an addiction. Compared to drugs and alcohol, it's more accessible, it's cost effective, doesn't impair judgment on the job, making it a seemingly more acceptable option. Well, we all know what happens when we are addicted to anything we consume too much. And that is going to be the problem. Ethan Slaughter, the founder of the Copeland Hall Research Institute and COO of Christensen Transportation, believes that the working with mental health professional can be a valuable approach to understanding the underlying causes of these unhealthy eating habits. However, he acknowledges that there's this stigma surrounding seeking therapy, especially in industries like trucking, which are traditionally male dominated. Now, uh, I've been on a kick lately. Um, I have another YouTube channel where I delve into basic men's mental health. Um, and this is a predominantly male dominated industry. No offense to the ladies whatsoever, because you guys deserve your props as well. But men have this stigma that we're not supposed to go see help. We're especially a psychiatrist or a psychotherapist or something like that. It's been a long-standing issue amongst men that we're supposed to be the stalwarts, the rocks, and we're not supposed to let anything rattle us. And we don't dare open up to a professional and tell them, our deepest, darkest feelings. It's just one of those things that it's been a stigma for quite some time. And it's time that we start thinking about breaking that stigma. These folks are very professional. They're very private, and they maintain doctor patient confidentiality. It's not something to be afraid of anymore. Seeking help is a sign of strength. Knowing when to ask for help is definitely a sign of strength, and I've had to learn that over the years. And I believe it to be 100% true. Um, I've had to do it. I have no shame in admitting that I've had to do it. And it's something that can definitely help you when you speak to somebody in a non-judgmental manner, and you're not afraid to open up and to really explore your feelings and the cause of those feelings. It's very freeing, and it's something that you can use it as a mechanism to get over some of these uh, deeply rooted issues that you face on a daily basis, especially when you're feeling lonely and depressed as a truck driver. Again, there's no shame. There's no shame. I'm here to tell you there's no shame. If you can take it from the gringo trucker, there's no shame in reaching out and asking for help. For those who may be hesitant about seeking that professional help, um, there are certain things that you can do to self-help. There's certain techniques that you can use, like self-awareness, for example, positive thinking, things like that. But those things will help you maintain a healthy balance in life. Um, there's a person, Jane Alloway, who is the past president of the Ontario Association of Mental Health Professionals and a registered psychotherapist, like I mentioned earlier. She suggests that maybe when truckers reach for a snack, they should pause and ask themselves, are you genuinely hungry? Like, are you really hungry? Because often people resort to eating out of boredom or to alleviate those feelings of loneliness. And she pointed that out in one of her studies. Um, Mr. Slaughter, who above Ethan, I mentioned him a few minutes ago. Mr. Slaughter highlights that various underlying factors such as financial stress, which we all face, lack of respect on the road, in other words, ridiculously idiotic regular drivers on the road, and extended periods of isolation from your friends and family in a community can contribute to the unhealthy eating habits among the truck drivers. He recalls an example of a driver who would stock up on snacks before a long drive and mindlessly consume them during his journey, often finishing an entire bag of treats without even realizing it. I have to tell you guys, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of the same exact thing. I luckily for me, I made a conscious decision to stop and to really ask myself the same question. Like, Matt, like Mr. Gringo Trucker, are you really hungry? Are you just doing this just because there's nothing else to do? So I did it. I lost a lot of weight with that mentality in mind. And it can help you too. You just ask yourself that simple question, and it'll stop you from stop you from eating mindlessly, like this like this man said, a whole bag of chips and not even realizing it. In some cases, eating is associated with specific events or activities. To help identify and address these issues, drivers can use reminders like sticky notes placed around the cab. For instance, if the urge to eat strikes when you pull into a truck stop, these notes can serve as cues to explore deeper triggers behind the craving, which may be related to more social connections rather than actual hunger. Truckers with established patterns of coping through overeating can consider attending a 12-step meeting or reaching out to a therapist for support. Like I mentioned before, again, there's no shame in the game. There's no shame in it. Another effective strategy is practicing mindfulness, which involves staying present in the moment, paying attention to the details like temperatures and breathing patterns. The technique can help you redirect thoughts away from that impulsive eating. So, basically it's just being mindful and being aware of what's going on, why you're eating, and it can really, really cut down on that useless calorie consumption that does nothing but contributes to the 7 out of 10 truckers being obese. Alway also recommends focusing on the act of eating itself, turning meals into mindful experiences. That's another thing that I learned to do while I was on the road. Sit down, enjoy the food, like enjoy your time, enjoy your lunch. Don't just eat it because you're in a hurry and you got time constraints and it's just something that you need to do to feel like you got to keep yourself going. Don't stop. Tranquilo, relax. Yes, relax. Just enjoy your food. The load's going to be there. The destination is going to be there. The road's going to be there. Just enjoy your food. Think about what you're doing. And then you don't have to overeat and keep going. Above all, she also emphasizes the need for self-compassion, recognizing that occasional lapses in judgment, they're going to be part of the journey. You're going to buy a family-sized Twix versus the regular one, and you're going to eat it all. But they should be met with forgiveness and a renewed commitment. You're like, okay, all right, you know what? My bad. I ate that whole entire thing. I shouldn't have. I didn't need to. But I'm going to recommit myself again to kind of watching what I'm consuming on a daily basis. So all of these things can help you guys out. Again, I can't stress enough the importance or the need to seek help. Like, just ask for help. There's a lot of online places that you can go now where you don't even have to go into an office and lay on the couch like the days of old. There's various websites that you can go to. That's what I did. I had a one-on-one Zoom conversation with a therapist, lasted a few months. It was amazing. It felt wonderful. And you can do it too. It's super easy, covered by a lot of insurances, and not that expensive if you don't have it. So look into that. Be mindful of what you're eating. Pay very close attention to it. And I think you can all, look forward to a more healthier work atmosphere as far as, the truck driving industry goes. Maybe we can get that down to half in no time, just by taking hold and listening to these principles. Maybe we can get that down to 50, 5 out of 10. That would be way better than 7. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate you. Oops, excuse me. I appreciate you guys listening to that. I have a very special commercial. Normally I would go through the entire sponsorship thing here, as you see all of our sponsors lined up here, but we have a very special case this time, highlighting our Elite Insurance and Beyond sponsor. These guys are literally like everything you need as far as trucking insurance goes. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to shut up because there's somebody way better looking that's going to explain the situation for you. So pay attention to Carla.
Hi, my name is Carla Herrera from Elite Insurance and Beyond. I am an owner, daughter of the other owners, as well as an agent myself. I am here to tell you that all you need to do is drive. We have you protected. We can guarantee you 30% less than any other agency in the state of Florida, which, as we all know, represents thousands of dollars a year. And truckers nowadays cannot afford to lose money. We will give you better policies with less money. Call us 305-888-1557, Elite Insurance and Beyond, where you'll know you're protected.
Or what? Way to go, Carla. Very well said. 305-888-1557. Give them a call. They'll give you a quote. They'll save you 30%. I mean, what more can you want? Especially, God, with the fuel prices continuing to rise, we need to save every dime we can possibly save. and 30% over the other guys, which, I say this in every time, but in every show, it's true. The week prior, I go through Facebook, the trucking groups on Facebook. I read, I respond, I listen, I offer advice. The number one question that people have is, I am so sick of X insurance company. Where can I get better insurance? I am so happy and so quick to start typing out eliteinsbeyond.com. You guys should go to that website, get your quote, call the number 305-888-1557. If you're lucky, you could possibly speak to Carly yourself. She's going to be a celebrity after this. Watch. But again, they'll give you a quote. You can take it from there, save you 30%. Who wouldn't want 30% savings? I know I would enjoy that. Our next sponsor is another Elite. We're going to do another Elite, which is Elite Carrier Services of Miami. These guys are literally a one-stop shop for anything trucking. Elite CSOM. Elite Carrier Services of Miami.com. You guys should go to the website. They do everything from DOT compliance to permitting to tags to if the fuel tax reports. They have everything covered. It is literally a one-stop shop. They're in partnership with Elite Insurance and Beyond. They're in partnership with Top Tracking. These guys can definitely, anything you need as far as your trucking industry, your trucking business goes, these guys can set you up. It's more like a consulting type of atmosphere there, where they'll be happy to walk you through the steps of what you need to start a new trucking business or what you need to maintain your current trucking business. Their telephone number is 305-405-2600. That's 305-405-2600. Give them a call over there. They'll be happy to help you out and guide you on your journey to business ownership, to business maintenance, as far as the regulations and stuff go in the trucking industry. And finally, for this segment, I want to talk about these guys. This is a subject that's very near and dear to my heart. Top Tracking System, the ELD logbook, cameras, GPS. These guys have it all. And along the Facebook groups, the number 2 question is, where can I get an ELD logbook? What is the best ELD logbook out there? What's the best GPS service out there? And again, just as I'm happy to talk about Elite Insurance and Beyond or Elite Carrier Services of Miami, I am super proud to talk about Top Tracking System, because they're literally the best. They're the easiest, the most reliable, and we have 3 key features that set us apart from the other guys out there. And these are very, very important. And when you go to look for an ELD, GPS, or camera situation, these are things that you're going to want to ask or want to look for. Number 1, we have a lower cost. There's no need to gouge you guys for our services and for your business. We don't need all that. We are a fraction of the cost of the other guys that are out there. So we offer lower costs. We offer a 24/7 bilingual call center. We can speak to you in Spanish. We can speak to you in English, and we'll speak to you at 3:00 in the morning on a Sunday. Who else can say that? Not many people. Our wait times are significantly less than the other guys. That's point number 2. And point number 3, we have no contracts. We don't need to stick it to you for a year or 2 years. We don't need to do that, because we're confident that you're going to enjoy our reliability and our ease of use. And we're not going to lock you in. So do me a favor, call 305-934-3454. Go to toptrackingsystem.com. Check out the services. There's all of our stuff is on that website there. The camera system is wonderful. You can get a complete 360 view of your vehicle, and you can do it remotely if you'd like, from your laptop or from your app on your phone. Whatever you need, we've got you covered. So that's a toptrackingsystem.com, 305-934-3454. And I'm going to talk about this in just a minute, because I love talking about this every single show. I love picking up this. You'll see me in a minute. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Now we're going to get to my second topic, which this is kind of worrisome in the trucking industry. We all know we just went through the Yellow Freight Company debacle. a couple of months ago where they went out of business, and a lot of workers were left, unfortunately, without jobs, and that was a sad day. Unfortunately, we have another tragic tale of the same situation. Elmer Booster Trucking, an established Indiana-based trucking and logistics company with an 85-year history, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. This move comes less than 9 months after the company was acquired by a private equity firm. So see, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. That private equity firm was called Transport Acquisitions. Elmer Booster Trucking, known for providing bulk, dry van, and pneumatic trucking services, operates with a fleet of 100 drivers, over 230 power units. The exact reason behind the bankruptcy filing kind of remains unclear and undisclosed. Transport Acquisitions and Elena Rose Capital are jointly listed as the lead bankruptcy case due to their ownership stakes in the company. Additionally, two other affiliated entities, Booster Leasing and WBF, have also filed for Chapter 11. So it doesn't look very good for you got to think about these companies are decades old, and they're all feeling the pressure of the economic downturn that we're facing right now, and it's not good news. We do these interviews. Unfortunately, I don't have any today, but we do these interviews on a weekly basis, and Yawandi goes out there to the pilot truck stops, and these drivers are super concerned with the pay per loads and how drastic they've been cut. And it's not a good thing. I mean, truckers, as you know as well as I do, truckers are the lifeblood of this country. I do this show for you guys, okay? We appreciate everything that you guys do. And to hear about things like this, where 100 drivers are losing their jobs, or 300 drivers are losing their jobs, and that's terrible. That's heartbreaking news to us here at the Gringo Trucker Show. KBC Media is terrible, and we hate to hear it. But unfortunately, it's becoming more commonplace, and I'm not too happy about that. And we got to figure out a way to fix that somehow, some way. It's going to come to a point where our goods and necessities are going to be so expensive that we're not going to be able to afford anything anymore. I'm going to tell you the first thing that needs to happen, and we need to get that clown out of office who's there right now. That's number one. This man is hell bent on destroying our country from within, and it's showing on a weekly basis when I do these shows and have these incredible horror stories of different companies going bankrupt, of the diesel prices going through the roof and no relief in sight. Small things like that can really, like I say small things, but I mean, one after another, these things are going to add up to something huge in this country, and it's not going to be good for anybody. You're not a truck driver, so it shouldn't concern you. Wrong. You rely on these products, these goods and necessities on a daily basis, just like everybody else, in the United States. So you should be concerned, because this is going to affect your bottom line as well. So back to the original article. Elmer Booster's trucking assets are reported to be between 1 million and 10 million. I know that's a large gap, but nobody ever really discloses their entire net worth. But their liabilities range from 10 million to 50 million. The company has 199 creditors with funds set aside for unsecured creditors after administrative fees are paid. The largest secured creditors are KTB Equity Incorporated and PPAC Capital, both owed around 22 million for equipment. There are some other notable unsecured creditors, but we're not going to get into all that. But the company's president and manager, Louis Capolino, received $325,000 from January to August. $325,000 in half a year. So a creditors meeting is scheduled for October 10th. Legal representation for the company didn't respond, when you try to reach out to them for comments. But it definitely has significant implications for its future and the stakeholders involved. So again, I hate coming to you guys with this sad news, but it's a fact of life right now, and you guys got to vote your way out of it. That's literally the only thing that you can do, is vote your way out of it. We didn't have these problems, 4 years ago. We didn't. Everything was gravy. Everything was nice. We were on par. We were in a direction of improvement, making America great again. Am I saying that I love President Donald Trump? I'm not saying I love President Donald Trump. I'm saying his policies were the best for America. And we need somebody like that in office again, because the guy that's in here right now couldn't care less. Off my soapbox. Okay. Now we're going to talk about this. Zega USA. This item right here is called a Zegamex. This is an anti-siphoning device. And I do this every time. You guys are going to make fun of me. I know it's going to be in the comments. Watch. I do this every time, and I don't know why, and I always get the stupid metal thing tangled. But what this does is this installs into your vehicle's fuel slot, and it stops spillage, which is going to cost you money in your wallet. And it also stops people from siphoning your gas while your truck is stopped. It is a beast, as you can hear on the microphone. This is completely anodized. It is completely secure, and it'll fit any truck, new, old, it'll retro. Pick yourself up one of these. Top Tracking System is the sole distributor here in South Florida. If you mention the word Cornetazo 10, we're going to give you a 10% discount on this item. And I really strongly suggest you pick it up. Zega USA, those guys are awesome. This product is awesome. And they really make these and design these with the trucker in mind and saving money in mind. So again, Cornetazo 10, Top Tracking System will be happy to help you out with that and give you a nice little discount on top of the really good price that these guys have it at right now. Now, where am I? Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do my other topic. My last topic is going to be something that I've talked about, I think twice already, but we keep getting statistics that come out quarter after quarter after quarter. And this quarter is no different. The second quarter of 2023 is no different. CargoNet is the entity responsible for these statistics. And we're going to talk about cargo theft in the United States and Canada. Okay. Now, where's my graphic? Where's my cargo theft graphic? Do I get one of those or no? No? Oh man, I was hoping I'd get a cargo. Ah, there it is. Yes. Cargo theft. My guy Lewis, man, he really puts this stuff together. He takes his time and puts this stuff together. I love his art. Cargo theft in the United States and Canada surged during the second quarter of 2023. Last time we had an article about it surging in Mexico. Well, guess what? It made it here. According to data from CargoNet and Overhaul, reported 566 incidences in the United States and 16 in Canada, marking a 57% year-over-year increase and resulting in a staggering, you ready for this? $44 million worth of stolen goods. These thefts encompassed a wide range of products, including electronics, food and beverages, construction materials. And I'm going to give you a guess. You got 2 seconds to guess the states that are affected the most. 1, 2, California, Texas, Florida, Illinois. Those are the most common locations for these incidences. Imagine that. Overhaul's data, on the other hand, showed 123 cargo thefts in the same quarter, which is still a 15% year-over-year increase. The thefts often occurred near freight hubs in major cities, where California and Georgia ranked in the top 2 states for their cargo theft risk. The average loss per incident is almost $500,000, which is a 55% increase to the first quarter of the year. Both CargoNet and Overhaul noted that cargo thefts primarily took place near warehouses, distribution centers, unsecured parking lots, and company truck yards. Cargo thieves targeted full truckloads and smaller pilferage, which with full truckload thefts increasing, a full truck full of goods, increasing by 17% over last year. Fictitious pickups also saw a significant rise during this quarter, and states like Georgia, Kentucky, Indiana experienced cargo theft, with home and garden products being more of a theme for those thieves. Home and garden, you can't find a shovel. You need a shovel that bad? I don't get it. But food and beverage goods being the most commonly stolen as well. Cargo criminals almost always focused on valuable goods that could be easily sold, including electronics, home and garden goods, and auto parts. These stolen goods were frequently sold online. These guys are getting smart, man. They steal your truckload. They put the stuff up on eBay and Amazon, and there you go. The thieves can interact directly with the customers. They don't have to worry about anything else. In some cases, the cargo thieves engaged in strategic thefts where they stole entire tractor trailers full of cargo, fraudulently had them delivered to Amazon warehouses and then sold the stolen goods on Amazon's platform. This trend highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement agencies in combating the cargo theft in the modern digital landscape. So you guys can imagine, we had this situation before. The very first time I talked about it, the digital age now is really allowing these folks to up their game and to allow them to take those stolen goods and then move them quicker and faster and more under the radar than they ever have. And now this quarter, $44 million worth of goods and products stolen, most of it being resold again on the digital platforms. There's got to be something that can be done with that. Somebody's got to do a lot about a lot. I see that now. Like, I don't understand how this can't be more controlled. It really seems like some ball is being dropped or less attention is being paid than need be. But these companies going out of business, coupled with the fact of these incredible losses from theft, it really, really has to take a toll on these trucking companies and the United States as a whole. It's funny. We used to say, back in the day, I'm showing my age now, but we would say, a stolen good fell off the truck. That's how you would describe something that's somebody stole and then resold. That item fell off the truck. Well, here they are. The thieves are now stealing entire trucks. There's nothing to fall off the truck. They're taking the entire trailer. So again, be vigilant, my fellow truckers. Please be vigilant. You guys do an amazing job, a wonderful job, a lot of times a thankless job. But do yourself a favor and stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings. You see something, say something, kind of thing, because again, you guys are the livelihood of America, and we love you and we appreciate you and we respect you, and we want you to have a job in the next year or 2 years. Okay. And unfortunately, if this stuff keeps happening, I don't see a way out, as blunt as that is. So anyway, enough of my sad sob story. I want to make sure I got all of my sponsors taken care of here. I'm gonna look at here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think I did, except for one. Okay. Except for one, which happens to be my favorite. And this sponsor is Flor de Gonzalez Cigars. www.fdgcigars.com. We have a cigar that is going to please your palate. I guarantee it. We have everything from mild to medium to full. You go to our website, fdgcigars.com, use code ELITE20. You're going to get a 20% discount on your entire order, whether that's one box, whether that's 10 sticks, whatever you decide to pick up, maybe 5 boxes. I don't know. You're going to get 20% off the entire thing. My favorite go-to cigar right now is the 20th anniversary Connecticut. That one I don't have right here in front of me because today I want something a little more fuerte, as my Spanish folks love to say, más fuerte, more strong. My favorite is the 20th anniversary Connecticut. And the reason why I like that is because it's not your grandfather's Connecticut. It's actually a Connecticut with a little oomph to it as well. It's very smooth, very creamy, very good in the morning with a cup of coffee. That's usually my go-to, or in the afternoon or evening with a nice vodka and tonic or Moscow Mule, something to that effect. Today, however, I'm choosing one of the originals. This one is the 90 Miles. This one's got a Habano wrapper. All of our cigars are made in Condega, Nicaragua. They are, when I tell you that they pay attention to construction there, it's really a marvel. By the way, did you know that over 300 hands have touched this one cigar before you even smoke it, before you even cut it, light it, anything? 300 hands have touched this cigar. So imagine the care and concern that it takes to roll one of these cigars that we enjoy and sometimes we take advantage of. Believe me, I don't take advantage of it. I enjoy every single puff, and I suggest you guys do it too. www.fdgcigars.com. We're going to take care of you there. Tell them the Gringo sent you. They'll know exactly who it is, and we'll get your order right out to you right away. Elite 20, is the code you're going to use to get 20% off. Now, while I enjoy this cigar, I kind of want to give you guys another view of something that we had earlier in the show. I can't say this enough. The Elite Carrier Services of Miami, Elite Insurance and Beyond, Top Tracking Systems, Zega USA. We appreciate you guys being a part of our show here at the Gringo Trucker Show at KVC Media. We appreciate that. So I'm going to give you guys another opportunity here. But before I do, follow us on social media. That's how you can interact with us. In the comments below, for example, the comments below this video, tell me what you want to hear about. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you want to talk about. I love listening to the public. I love listening to my fellow truckers. I would be more than happy to explore any topic that you guys put in the comment section. Follow us here. Follow us on Facebook. We have a Gringo Trucker page. Follow KVC Media. You'll see a lot of my articles there for the shows that I do. They'll actually be in written form for you guys in case you get sick and tired of seeing me here on TV, which, nobody would do that, right? So anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to light this. I'm going to enjoy the Trucker Happy Hour, which is also the Gringo Happy Hour. I'm going to enjoy that right now. So I tell you what, Carla, take it away and Gringo out.
Hi, my name is Carla Herrera from Elite Insurance and Beyond. I am an owner, daughter of the other owners, as well as an agent myself. I am here to tell you that all you need to do is drive. We have you protected. We can guarantee you 30% less than any other agency in the state of Florida, which, as we all know, represents thousands of dollars a year. And truckers nowadays cannot afford to lose money. We will give you better policies with less money. Call us 305-888-1557, Elite Insurance and Beyond, where you'll know you're protected.
Remember, guys and gals, follow me.